Yeah, no, I mean, definitely not. No one that, not saying it's not happening, but
Yeah.
it's probably very rare from what I've seen in the space. And the things that stick out to me too, and also as you mentioned there's also a lot of companies will raise funds and investors, early investors, get token allotments
Yeah.
at deeply discounted prices.
Right.
And typically what happens when those tokens launch and start trading, early investors, as soon as their tokens unlock, they start dumping them.
Yeah.
And so
We
you
have
end up
no
with
such allocation, none.
and this is where I've seen quality companies, quality projects that launch a token, but they have all these, I guess you could say, hidden mines,
Right.
And buried mines in there, and eventually you'll hit them because no matter how well the company is doing,
Right.
token unlock hits, early investors sell, it tanks the price, and that's where you see companies get accused of pump and dump. And in PAI3's case, from what I know, the only real allocated tokens that are liquid at launch are those that have been running physical power nodes. If you've been
Correct.
running physical power nodes and earning a token balance in Pioneer, that's what it is in Pioneer, it's a token balance.
Right.
And at token launch, those balances become liquid
Correct.
tokens that they could
That's right.
sell.
Because they
stake.
contributed the power of their node to the network, so they have earned the tokens legitimately, and that token, each power node earns about 135 tokens a day.
Yeah.
You earn them by running your power. That's legitimate revenue for you. You can sell that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So essentially, there is no safes or SAFs or token sales or investor allocations that is going to get in ahead of you and start dumping. We have no such scenario. We won't allow it.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's one of the reasons we are not going with launch pads, because they want to have an allocation that they can sell.
Right.
That's why we're not going to the big buying exchanges, because they want a
the
big
same.
token supply.
Yeah.
No, zero, nothing.
Yeah.
So that's why you can afford to put a floor.
Yeah.
Because the people who are selling, we can redeem them back at 21 cents.
Yeah, and I think you and I have both lived through experiences of that with the centralized exchanges.
Absolutely.
Yourself with
Soft token, yeah.
Yeah, and myself with FIO, Binance was a blessing and a curse in terms of that partnership. So, and that's really, exchanges are in the business to make money. They don't care if your token goes up or down, but it could be manipulated by massive selling. And
Absolutely.
So when you're handing over control of sort of your valuation, and that's why things need to be done differently here. And I think you and I both agreed on that all those aspects make it great. And there's a great token model that benefits the whole community.
That's right.
Instead, because in past models with early investors that get tons of tokens and exchanges get tons of tokens,
yes.
You have one of two options and you can't do both. You either satisfy your investors and exchanges because they're able to make massive profits on your token,
Right.
or you can make your community happy, which is your long-term holders.
Right.
But you can't do both.
You
When
can't do
one's
both.
happy, the other one's not, and that's
Absolutely.
a flawed model.
And we chose the idea that clearly that we are not in service of investors or exchanges. We are in service of our community. Our community of people who run nodes, people who build agents, and we have no interest.